April 22nd, the day of the trial. The suspect admits to shooting the 5 people at the clinic in Baghdad.
Yesterday, all these roads were blocked off. You can see Hooker Road now open. Greenville Boulevard behind us. You can't see that, but that is now open.
Kelly has some muscles that are stronger than others. That's why he has this one-of-a-kind custom bike. Take a look at this website, sexoffender.ncdoj.gov. You can search a city and find sex offenders in the area.
We've been seeing, if you take a look over here, there's a tree that's down, just ripped off the side of this building. You can tell there were vines, and you can see some damage that was done to the side of the building just from this tree being pulled down by the force of that wind. Check out this contrast of how many cars are trying to get off the island compared to how many people went with me to get to Ocracoke. There may be 4 dozen people trying to get off the island right now, and maybe 8 cars came with me to get here.
If you remember the Van Essendelf story, you may remember how their faith in God is what they credit for saving the lives of all 9 of the family members from that tornado. Since the very beginning, the community where the family lives has stepped up in a big way. This week, they're getting a new home from a kind donor. But what's amazing about this selfless act is the faith in a man's ingenuity. Take a look. On a rural road, in a river-cut tract of Hyde County,
It's about up here.
a man is showing nature how it's done. At 30 feet wide,
Get out of my way, Randy.
there's no way anyone is getting around this roadblock.
Pretty big house to move. That's called an instant house.
It was the Tooley's house, Ray Tooley.
Unless they pull over. Steiner's Moving Company is taking a 20-mile trip on 264 across open plains and even over bridges until reaching this home's new home, a plot of land that's seen better days.
Did you ever think they could put a house on a truck?
If 4 walls and a roof could feel welcomed,
How many guys do you think it took them to pick that house up and move it onto the truck?
they would.
Now, if you could fit 15,000 men around it, but maybe they put some men underneath and they were like lifting it like this?
By the Van Essendelfs.
I don't do anything.
You don't think you have to do anything?
We all heavy.
Well, that's why we asked you guys to come today, because we needed lots of helpers.
Most of them, anyways.
It looks a little bit,
Without siding,
it looks a little bit, I guess, messy right now, but it'll look better.
it does look a mess. This family of 9 is having their home moved for a second time.
It was huge. It took the whole roof.
The first by Mother Nature's wrath. A tornado threw their home a couple hundred feet.
Drove it all the way in the ditch. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, boy.
But let's see a twister do this. A home doesn't move a marathon's distance without difficulty. With a few more piles of dirt under the wheels, the home even jumps this ditch.
As a family, we believe in the providence of God. He's sure showing that to family through this storm.
There have been many hurdles for the family who survived the EF2 in April. Getting a house onto their lot is just one.
We have a lot of work ahead of us, but a lot of work behind us.
But like always, it's their faith in the big man upstairs that gets them there.
We're going to have to frame a big picture of our old home somewhere in it.
Like a household that can never be pulled down, it's looking up.
There's always a blessing in those adversities.
That saved the Van Essendelfs many times. Van Essendelfs have plans to add on to their new home. They're not sure when that will happen, but are thankful to all the people who have helped them get this far. In the studio, Kyle Horan for News Channel 12.
Each year at this time, graduating from college is a great accomplishment.
For students, the road to a degree is filled with a whole lot of work, and one Eastern North Carolina man faced more struggles than most. News Channel 12's Kyle Horan joins us now with his story.
Now, John Grady had a terrible accident 10 years ago. Despite having a disability, Grady decided to further his education, and he did it all while operating his own business. Tonight, we'll introduce you to a man who's become accustomed to overcoming life's hurdles. In a sea of caps and gowns.
Well, thank you for being here and continuing to support the college.
Hundreds of students prepare for graduation at Lenoir Community College. Among the many dress shoes, there's one pair of feet that haven't been used in more than 10 years. But the man connected to them might feel strong enough to lift the world.
John Grady has been waiting for this graduation for 7 years. He's earning a degree in business.
One must focus on the student and not the content.
In spite of his disability, it happened 10 years ago.
We were married on June 1st, 2002, and we were married for 2 years. July of 2004, we were on our regular family vacation that we went every summer, and that afternoon they were jumping off the pier.
On vacation at White Lake with his wife Christy.
I knew how deep the water was, but when I dove in, I had my head down and my arms down.
And his head hit the bottom and it broke his neck.
My arms went numb, my legs just instantly, I could not move at all. And I thought to myself, they're going to think I'm playing around because I had done it before. I felt a hand reach down and pick me up, and it was Christy. And when she picked me up, I remember looking at her and telling her, said, you know, don't let me go because I can't move.
From there, it was to the hospital and then home.
Home was tough. You know, it was us on our own.
It was hell. It was hell.
Days went by, then weeks, then months, and things became easier.
It was really hard. But I guess every day or every week or every month got a little bit easier, and now it's just routine. We just get up, and it takes like 2 hours every day to get ready, but it's normal.
After several months, maybe even a year, I got to thinking, okay, well, if I'm not going to be able to do electrical work anymore, what can I do? And that's where real estate come in.
Christy went to college. She got her master's. Then John started going to 1 or 2 classes a semester.
My challenges with my hands, it takes me longer to do the work of what the other students were doing.
After 7 years of school, John made it to his final class, managerial accounting.
The final exam is 50 multiple choice questions.
As long as our grade don't change from last time, we'll be all right.
Go ahead and make sure your answers are on this answer sheet right here. And then
before the big day,
our exam goes well.
It's been a long time coming.
It has.
Finally arrives.
Aurelia Martin Bautista.
Allwell John's hero.
Grace White.
And biggest fan.
Riley Foreman.
Watches.
John Alvin Grady Jr.
Turn around, let's get this picture here. If I'd have never gotten hurt, I would still be an electrician. And Christy might not have went to school and got her master's degree in accounting. I feel like it changed her life. It for the better.
Grady graduated with a 3.8 grade point average. His plan now is to focus on his real estate business. He tells me he couldn't have done everything he has without his wife. They will celebrate their 12-year anniversary June 1st. In the studio, Kyle Horan for News Channel 12.
Well, hats off there, and a wonderful job. A 3.8 GPA. Way to go. The graduation was last Tuesday. More than 300 students graduated alongside John Grady. We want to say congratulations to all of them, and he is definitely an inspiration.
What a story, what a story. And it didn't change you, John and Christy. You changed you, and all the best in the future, and happy 12th anniversary coming up on June 1st.